Okay, greetings and welcome to our Thursday evening live stream. I'm doing something a bit different in that I'm streaming to two platforms here on YouTube plus Rumble, which I'm actually now just trying to set up. Yeah, as I've gone over to Rumble, I thought there's a couple of changes I'm gonna try, see how we get on. Right, have we started over on Rumble? Yep, recording in progress. Okay. If anyone caught my stream on Sunday evening, which I did, a tribute to Prisoner Cell Block H, you'll know that the first 7 or 8 minutes of it, the stream wasn't going. Sorry, the microphone was on mute. I had all sorts of problems setting up the stream. Yeah, it's possibly a bit trial and error this evening because for the first time I'll be attempting to stream to more than one platform. Of course, what's better than having one empty live chat? Having two. We do have the ability to put the live chat on screen this evening. Let's just see. I'll put something in the live chat just to check it is working. Greetings. I hope you enjoy our stream. ... Oh. Okay, yeah, thank you for your patience. Just doing a bit of setup that I probably should have done before we started the stream. Right, anything coming up? There we go. Right, why is that not looking correct? Yeah, apologies for while I just take a moment to set up the stream. We've definitely got Rumble's chat with us tonight, so I'll do the same over there. I'll put a hello in the live chat and see if it appears. If not, then okay, yeah, there we go. Right, I do need to sort out YouTube's live chat. Why isn't that working? Yeah, definitely should be. There we go. Right, one starting from the top, one starting from the bottom. If we get anyone in the live chat this evening, that would be an achievement by the standards of my live streams lately. But hey ho, we can't complain. Yeah, tonight's stream, the topic is in reference to a conversation I had with Microsoft's AI companion, Copilot. It was I'd never had it before. I've had a few conversations with it, and something happened during this chat that hasn't happened before when I been talking to Copilot. At first, I jumped to the conspiratorial conclusion that, oh, they don't like my line of questioning, but having looked back at it, I do have a screen grab of the whole conversation, so we will look at that later. And there was something I missed at the time of this conversation, which we'll see if you can spot it your end. Right, yeah, the other new thing we've got for, especially for our wonderful viewers on Rumble, I'm finally gonna switch on my cam, which isn't that amazing. I have this, I'm gonna try and blur it a little bit. I don't have any major problems with putting my image on YouTube. I've done it before on previous channels. I have uploaded my face, but not here. Right, how can we make things look a little psychedelic? I don't know, what's the best look? That's an option. Maybe I'll go with it, maybe not. But we can't have live chat on the screen at once, the any videos or like web pages that we're looking at. So greetings to Rosie Chica, lovely to have you in the live chat. Thanks for tuning in. Great to have anyone in the live chat. I do appreciate it. Of course, Rosie is I came across you first when on Jason Boss's channel, a channel I've shouted out quite a lot with you know, I've got high praise for a lot of the stuff he does. So yeah, thanks for making it over to this side. Yeah, I felt a little self-conscious being on camera, so yeah, at the beginning and at the end I'm going to pop on and maybe show my face and just let the people on Rumble know what a dodgy looking character I happen to be. Yeah, thanks Rosie. Now if I can get someone to appear in the Rumble chat, it would be incredible. Well, not incredible, that's an exaggeration, but right, I'll make this a little bit larger. I would consider it an achievement. We'll see. Yeah, Copilot, how many people use it? I've done examples of it. One of the guests I've had on the show once suggested I ask AI some questions, which I did on one of the live streams, and it told me to stop. You know, it said, I don't like this line of questioning, can we take it somewhere else? I think he asked me he said, oh, why don't you ask AI, you know, do you wish me harm, or something like that. And surprisingly, AI didn't say, no, of course I don't wish you harm. It said, I'm sorry, I'm not happy answering these questions, which is a bit of a, you know, not exactly what you would expect it to say. If someone asked me, do you wish me harm? Flat out, no, of course I don't. What we could do for a minute is, we'll try AI. Copilot is one that's built into Microsoft. Yeah, I'll give you a bit of if you're not familiar with it, then if you've never come across it, Copilot is a chat bot developed by Microsoft that leverages the power of AI to boost your productivity and creativity. Now, to be fair, I have used it with. I've got another channel on YouTube. I must have about 5 or so on the go at the moment, 3 to be honest, and it was recording some of the strange dreams I've had. So I did a short about dreams inspired by sleep paralysis, and I did go to Copilot and I asked it, you know, list some films that are based on it, and it very helpfully came up with that. It's kind of good for asking, you know, it's the sort of thing, okay Google and hey Siri, those kind of questions. Only, I mean, they were AI, but maybe a more primitive version of it. Yeah, I did kind of get a bit concerned that I might end up getting banned from using it or something. And yeah, then when I had this conversation just the other day, how did it end? It said something along the lines of this chat, or this conversation has reached its limit. Can we move on? When I heard that, I thought, I've never been told by AI that you've reached your limit. I thought it just kept going, but apparently not. Or at least not when I'm asking it questions. Hang on. I do want to keep up with the live chat this evening, and I only have the one monitor on the go, so let's check I'm not missing anyone that I do like to try and say hello to everyone that joins us in the chat. Rob Mule, for example, AI is probably a team in India, like the Amazon store. You know, you cannot rule it out. I've mentioned it before. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of the film, but I do recall watching a film about a group of scam artists, and they did and one of the things they did, they went to a company and sold them what they claimed was an AI-powered computer. It could answer you, it could answer customers, and what it was some guy in the back typing or speaking all the responses. So yeah, this company then bought this, what they thought was great software, and it turned out just to be a con job. So, I mean, it would take a lot of people to... It's hard to... Look, here's something we'll ask AI. I've got a good question for it. I mean, how honest is it, though? You do have to wonder. Right. How many search queries does it get a day? How many search... Oh, no. How many conversations, we'll ask. Conversations do you have a day? Yeah, I've asked it. I don't have a fixed number of conversations per day. However, I'm here to assist you whenever you need to help. I'll just let it know I'm asking about the stats. What do they call it on YouTube? Goodness me, my mind's gone blank. Analytics, that's it. Tell me about your analytics. I imagine it won't. Certainly, large language models have significant impacts. Bear in mind, all I'm asking it is how many people use you, how many people... And it's going into all this. Never significantly impacted the field of computerized language processing. No, it's not going to tell me. Essentially, the more parameters a model has, the better it can capture context and linguistic subtleties. By all accounts, it learns by... I think it possibly scans all the information it reads in whatever it's got access to. Yeah, let's not forget that all these websites where we're saying, where they say, we value your privacy. Now, what they mean is, we put value on your privacy. People will pay to, say, for example, have your microphone switched on and let us know what you're talking about so we can tailor ads to you. Google make absolutely no secret that they scan your email for, for the purposes of letting advertisers know where and when to slot in an advert. For example, let's give us an example. I email someone saying, "Oh, can you lend us a tenner?" They would say, "Oh, this person needs money. Let's put up an advert for a loan company, for example, bunch of loan sharks." I've seen here in the United Kingdom, if companies want to advertise on television, on our main TV channels, they have to go through, they have to be... Although, of course, all this came to an end when they were talking about vaccines, by the way, but that's a discussion for another day. Adverts can't mislead you. They can't say, "Oh, we've got a great sale on. For every new customer, we're going to give them away a free drone, for example, worth £50. However, I've seen ads like that on YouTube. They're not as strictly kept an eye on. As I say, it does certainly have its uses. I'm totally not against it. It's not a huge amount of difference. One thing I would often do is write the words define. I don't know if there's a word I've not heard of. Then I'll click, I'll just type into a search bar, define, I don't know. Anyone got any words that are a bit out there? Just define arachnophobia, for example, and it would then give me a brief and easy description of the fear of spiders, of course. And yeah, asking Copilot now, because if we go back to, yeah, one thing that's caught me out sometimes is I've done a search. I don't use Google, but I've done a search, and rather than take me to like web pages, it takes me to Copilot. As was the case just the other night when I did a search for, I think I asked something like, using trigonometry, what is the furthest, what's the, what is the greatest area or longest area that can be surveyed using trigonometry or triangulation? And rather than give me a web page's response, it went to Copilot. So I had a bit of back and forth with Copilot. I do have images, actually. No, I know what. Yeah, I can play it through in just 1 second. Let me switch over. Right. Is anyone in Rumble yet, by the way? I'm guessing they probably aren't. No, still just me. Never mind. Yeah, this video we've got to play. Where is it? Okay, back over here. Right, this was... Where are we? Yeah, that was what I was approached with. Where you see at the end... Okay, I asked Copilot. Let me just check that. Yeah, you should be able to see that, hopefully. I'll turn off the live chat for just a second. What is the largest distance that can be measured with trigonometry? Copilot jumps in with a response and tells me very detailed. Trig allows us to measure distances indirectly using angles. Here are a couple of scenarios where trig is applied to determine distances. Nothing about what I'm asking. Gone off, it's over embellished its answer. I wanted 5 words and it gave me 500. But that's fine. It wants to be helpful. Using the tangent rule, you can find the height of the tree. The reason I got onto this is I left a comment in... there's a YouTuber, Brian's Logic, that I'm subscribed to, and he put out a video, and I ended up suddenly getting challenged for the sake of me leaving a comment on someone's video, getting challenged to explain mathematics and all sorts of irrelevant things. So I just, out of curiosity, looked up how far a distance can you measure for something on the ground. Right. You can, of course, read all about trigonometry if you're not already familiar with it. Stellar parallax. This is something that I questioned it about. Right. Astronomers use trigonometry to measure distances to stars. They observe a star from 2 different positions when the Earth is on opposite sides of the Sun of its orbit. When Earth is on opposite sides of its orbit around the Sun. In reality, what they mean is when the Sun is in different areas of the sky. And I also never asked about this, but I think what it was trying to do was just demonstrate using triangulation, we can measure massive stars. I mean, we're talking about, according to this, astronomical units. But I challenged Copilot on this. I wasn't going to let him get away with this one. I mean, it just... Right. The angle between these 2 observations is called stellar parallax. Now, parallax is, for example, you move 500 miles down the road and you notice that the constellation of Orion, for example, has shrunk or is slightly, say, for example, you can no longer see Orion's belt because it's covered by another star getting in the way. That never happens, of course. Constellations stay fixed. no matter where they are in the night sky. So, parallax, I don't believe you... Alright, they just said told us what parallax is. Oh, what happened now? I've lost it. Okay. Remember, trig helps us indirectly measure distances by leveraging angles and ratios. Whether it's estimating the height of a tree or determining the vastness of the cosmos, trigonometry plays a crucial role. Bear in mind, it did not answer my original question. But they would like me to accept that we're measuring astronomical distances. So I told it. But they don't know for certain the distance to the sun, do they? It's assumed Earth and Venus are the same size, for which we have no proof. And Copilot conceded a little bit. He said, yeah, you raise an interesting point indeed. Measuring the exact distance to the sun involves some assumptions and indirect methods. Let's explore this further. And then it tells us all about what an astronomical unit is. It's the imagined distance between Earth and the Sun, on average, 93 million miles is the claim. The initial determination of 1 AU, based on observation of planetary motion and Kepler's laws. However, it's true that we don't measure it directly with a ruler. Being a bit sarcastic there, but I'll let it go. I'll let Copilot have that one. Modern methods, such as radar ranging to planets and spacecraft missions, have refined this role. And then it tells us about Earth and Venus size comparison. You're right that assuming Earth and Venus are similar in size plays a role in determining the distances. By observing Venus during its transit across the Sun when it passes between Earth and the Sun. Bear in mind, Venus never crosses the sky when the Sun is out. We just don't see Venus. So, right, astronomers can measure the time it takes for Venus to cross the solar disk. This provides information about the relative sizes of Earth, Venus and the Sun. Yep, so long as you either assume the distance or assume the size, you can make either one work. By the way, I mentioned the channel, Brian's Logic. He's covered some great stuff on this. Oh, you know, he's covered this subject and more. Along with someone we sometimes see in the live chat, Nathan Oakley on his channel. Okay, so stellar parallax and the cosmic yardstick. The apparent shift in a star's position due to Earth's orbit helps measure distances to nearby stars. While we assume Earth and Venus are similar, the consistency of stellar parallax measurements across different stars provides confidence in our cosmic yardstick. So long as we keep making assumptions about the stars, we can be confident in our cosmic yardstick. Okay, we'll go beyond this in a sec. In summary, while some assumptions are involved, rigorous scientific method allows us to estimate distances, even if we can't measure them with a tape measure. Do you think I let him have that one as well? Here was my response. Science is a method for determining cause and effect, not measurements. That would be mathematical rather than scientific. Again, I'm not asking him anything. I'm not asking Copilot anything, but... right, it tells me you make an astute observation. Science primarily is focused on understanding cause and effect. Through investigation and experimentation, it seeks to uncover the underlying mechanisms governing natural phenomena. Here's a breakdown. This all comes from Copilot. They tell us the steps of the scientific method, including ask questions. You can either observe natural phenomena or ask questions about natural phenomena, I think they meant to say. But it kind of makes it sound like I can say something along the lines of, I wonder why the sky's blue. And already I'm halfway to being a scientist. Right. I suppose that is observing a phenomena, blue skies, so whatever. Yeah, I mean, read this stuff at your leisure if you wish. Go and chat with Copilot about it. I hope he gives you more time than he gave me. And then they go on to mention mathematics and measurements being used in science experiments. So interplay between science and maths, again they're entwined. Science informs maths and maths aids science. Physics uses calculus to describe motion. Chemistry relies on stoichiometry. That would be something I could ask it to define. Stoichiometry and biology, right. Don't worry, this conversation's about to get cut short very quickly. Right, in summary, science and maths collaborate. Science explores cause and effect, while maths provides the language to express and analyse those relationships. So I ask it, so what would something be if it's claimed to be science but does not go through the scientific method? If you don't know the answer to that, well, let's see if Copilot gives what kind of answer Copilot gives us. Okay, if something is claimed to be science but does not adhere to the method, it would lack the rigorous empirical testing and validation required for scientific validity. The method ensures that hypotheses are tested, data is collected, conclusions are drawn. Conclusions are based on evidence. And without this process, the claims may be speculative or unverifiable. So there's still a keyword I'm looking for, just to see if Copilot answers me. I don't know if anyone in the live chat could hazard a guess as to what that was. And then, sorry, this conversation has reached its limit. Let's start a new chat. And this is where I thought, oh, hang on, it doesn't want to concede the point about the word I was looking for is pseudoscience. We'll bring our display back up in just a second. Let's see also if anyone's in the chat. Rob Mule doesn't trust AI, thinks it's a bit thick. And still no one in Rumble. Never mind, I've not actually checked my stats in Rumble yet, but if anyone is out there watching, I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Hitting thumbs up are always a great, a huge compliment to a content producer if you thumb up their videos. Right, define, what was the word we were looking for? Oh, it was PSEUDO. Right, I bet my spelling was way off there. Right, we'll bring up our display. How can I... Alright. Yeah, this is what I was expecting Copilot to tell me. That, oh, if something's claimed to be science but doesn't go through the scientific method, it's pseudoscience. And before I got it to that, it came up with that. Nope, this conversation's ending here. Right, a collection of beliefs or practices mistakenly regarded as being based on the scientific method. So, yeah, something that they say is science, but isn't. It lacks an important feature. So, as you can imagine, when I see that they suddenly shut down my conversation and didn't want to carry on, I assumed it was worried that I was going to make it... oh, by the way, it's linking me to Wikipedia. In case I want to, research it further. It wasn't until I was setting this video up today that I saw there's a little box, I don't know if you can see it, just in the middle of the screen. Hang on. Yeah, it's got a red dot and then 4 out of 4. And that was the first time I'd ever seen on Copilot that there was a limit to these chats. I'd just never come across that before. So, I started asking it some questions. No, yeah, I went on again today. Where are we? Yeah, I then asked it, is there a limit to how many questions I can ask you? Because I'd never seen 4 out of 4. And Copilot misinforms me that there's no strict limit on the number of questions you can ask. Feel free to ask away and I'll do my best to assist you until I shut you down after 4 questions. I mean, okay. And then I go on to point out, hang on, if I move this over here, I can kind of point at what I'm talking about, I think. Let's bring up the... Where are we? Video capture. Right, we're back to front now. Let me move my camera. Yeah, we're down here now. So I go on to explain to it, at the end of your reply there is a box with a green dot followed by the words 1 of 30. Does this mean you will only give me 30 responses? What does Copilot go on to tell us? Okay. And I also mentioned when I was using Copilot on a mobile browser, because that conversation we looked at did take place on my phone. It only allowed me 4 turns. Is this right? And then Copilot says, oh, I apologize for any inconveniences you experienced. As of my last update, there isn't a strict limit on the number of turns you can have in a conversation. Well, clearly there is. 4. That's all you gave me. However, the actual behaviour might vary based on the platform or specific settings. If you encounter any issues, I recommend... Oh, hang on, I've missed a whole load of stuff here. Sorry. Okay, so I mentioned the 1 of 30. Does this mean I get 30 responses? Let me bring up the camera again. There. We're here now. You can't see it unless I cover here. I apologise for any confusion. The 1 of 30 refers to the conversation turn count, indicating that this is the first response out of a maximum of 30 turns in our current interaction. You're welcome to continue asking questions and I'll do my best to assist you. Doesn't say I'll do my best to accurately answer. So I then mention what happened when I used the mobile browser. It only allowed me 4 turns. And at this point, it said, I apologise for any inconvenience you experience. As of my last update, there isn't a strict limit on the number of turns you can have in a conversation. However, the actual behaviour might vary based on the platform or specific settings. If you encounter any issues, I recommend checking the platform's documentation or support resources. So what a blatant lie. What utter BS. Of course there's a limit. And it seems if you're asking questions about, you know, if you get Copilot to admit it's wrong, it seems that your number of turns are very quickly chopped. Yeah, so on the one hand, was it possible that all along I only ever had 4 turns at the start of that conversation? I'm guessing that is probably how it is. But on the other hand, who knows? By the way, Lie to Me, Li32M3. Great to see you in the live chat. Brilliant to have you with us. You're in a very exclusive group tonight. You're tuned in live to this live stream. I am curious to see how things are doing on Tumble. Let's see. What will that take me to? Yeah. Equally low number of viewers on that channel, but at least we are streaming live over there. I mean, I can't blame people. Like I said, when I did my stream on Sunday, it was supposed to be looking at why I always enjoyed the Australian soap opera Prison Cell Block H, and I spent the first 8 minutes on mute. But spit happens, hey. Yeah, if you are on Rumble, or you're one of the couple of people that are tuned into this, you have the very wondrous privilege of getting your name in the live chat. There's not going to be a lot of competition to it, I can promise you that. Jeff Gashead, thanks for tuning in with us this evening. We're just I'm just complaining that when you've got one fairly quiet live chat, why not get a second or even quieter one on the screen? But not that I don't appreciate everyone that says hello in the live chat. There's a few names that I see regularly, so whether you're a regular viewer or first time here, particularly if you're following me over on Tumble, then started watching me over on Tumble, then I hope you enjoy what you see. I do have the option, I'm not going to push it now, I do have the option to add a guest. It's pretty easy actually, by all accounts. All I got to do is put a link in the live chat, and you click it, and you can, your voice will be on the screen. I won't be showing cameras or anything, but there is always an option. I've done it before. Had some very interesting talks with some people on these streams. Most of them end up getting removed by YouTube for one reason or another, but hey ho. Lied to Me says, I had a chat with an AI bot in Glaswegian slang. It done a conversation with me no prob, so I joined slang words together and it still could read it. I was surprised at that. Yeah, they're pretty... was it Rob saying that they wouldn't be surprised if it was not a call centre, but a group of people sat on computers in India? And to be honest, I wouldn't, maybe for some of them, who knows, I wouldn't be surprised if at least one company has tried it, sold a big corporation like Microsoft a supposed AI bot, and what it comes down to is it's actually being controlled by prisoners or something, people in a prison that are paying their debt to society. Although that would be a security risk. They'd have to have their filters pretty high in case one of them left a message saying, by the way, someone tried blowing it. Yeah, I'm not that conspiratorial these days, but I do like to speculate. And my local slang. So Lie to Me. As I say, new name in the live chat. Thanks for checking in. I'm guessing that might mean your local tongue is Glaswegian. I'll try the same thing here on... I'll try it in... Well, West Country would be mine. That would be my local tongue. We'll see if it can work out West Country. Let me try it. Okay. Oh my goodness. Going back from where we... Right. How do we start a new one? Is the sun girt massive? Girt massive, that's Bristolian. Yeah, it might well be able to respond, but it's taking its time. It's struggling with that one. The sun is indeed massive. It's the second largest object in the solar system. not this isn't West Country, but it's a term I've heard. I think you're pulling my plunker. I don't know, it might be West Country. Apologies if my previous response seemed that way. I assure you I'm here to provide accurate information. If you have any more questions or need assistance, feel free to ask. I can't think of any more West Country words. But yeah, if anyone's got any suggestions for what to ask it, then let us know. Right. Yeah, I'm generally keep these streams less than an hour, but we are approaching the first hour, so who knows, perhaps we'll go. And I'm trying to do Sunday live streams again. The last one I did on Don't Stumble, it's Rumble, involved... Yeah, I did say at the end I would possibly do or just look at some of the... like, I'm personally, like a lot of people, a fan of horror films, but I'm not so much spooked by frightening images or, ghosts chasing people down corridors. While that, the jump effect's great, what I do prefer in in horror is the psychological element. And I mentioned how good the Blair Witch Project was for that reason, that it was all totally just handheld footage, of course. It was low quality, but it was more just about how these people lost control. So whether I will do that Sunday, or I might... Yeah, I think if I will make Sunday the welcoming guests onto the stream. That is something I want to do for Tumble, at least. I might do another stream like this on YouTube at the same time, if that works. We'll have to see. It seems to have gone fairly smoothly this evening, hopefully. Yeah, lie to me. I'm sure there's probably... A lot of our West Country slang seems to come from London, like Cockney. Or... I can't think of any specific... I can't think of any specific ones off the top of my head, other than Gert, for example. Although it is interesting, sometimes you talk to people from different parts of the country and they will suddenly pick you up on you're saying words in a way that they find unique. But I can't for the life of me remember any of those experiences right now. Yeah, lie to me, I agree. The notifications aren't particularly good. You can find slang Bibles online. Yeah, that will probably be not a bad idea. That is probably what I would need to do. Maybe that's why AI is so good at it, because it does have access to the same stuff we do. I believe when you ask AI a question such as, what's the distance between London and Bristol, for example, it will scan the first result to find that, when it does a search for itself, and it will scan the website to find the result. Whatever happens to be the first result, I imagine, or it might give you a few differences. Rosie Chica says I didn't get notifications for the other live streams, so I have to plan ahead for those now. Okay, well, that's good to know that it's probably worth me trying to schedule these streams a little ahead of time. Hang on, I'm guessing you probably can't see the chat very well, can't you? Let me turn off that. Does that make it a bit easier to read? But yeah, generally Thursday evening is my... I've been streaming on a Thursday evening for a good few weeks in a row, which I then find surprising that the numbers seem to drop. Whereas back when I was doing it on Sunday... By the way, if we haven't said hello to Jeff, I see you in the chat. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I really appreciate you being here with us this evening. Out of interest to anyone who happens to be in the chat, Rob lied to me, Rosie Chica, Jeff, were I to do a guest stream where I invited guests on, how likely would any of you be to click the link? Goodness me, still no one in Tumble. I do only have like 3 followers over on Rumble, so I guess I can't expect too much. Although, again, Sunday, just as the stream was coming to an end, the numbers went up. But yeah, I uploaded something to Rumble the other day, and no, today actually, and I think it got something so terrible, like 2 views or something like that. You know, not good. But yeah, that's the reality of the only way I think videos get seen and channels get noticed is if people share them on social networks and whatnot, Facebook, and I'm sure you know them all. That was the only way that much exposure gets put in front of people. So yeah, if you think you might be interested, Roger Ledwell, great to have you in our live chat this evening. Thanks for tuning in. You don't have Rumble? Apparently Rumble is only online. It's a web page. It's not, as far as I know, they don't have any... they do not have any apps. I might be wrong, but whereas with most websites now you click on and it'll force that, like TikTok for example, seems to be app only. If I uploaded to TikTok using a web browser, it would barely get any views. They would normally strip the audio. If it happened to be more than 2 minutes long, they would just cut the audio. Particularly if it was music. The only way they would let you upload beyond that is by doing it on the app. So fairly different. However, Rumble does seem to have, you know, some big numbers on there. It's not short of viewers. It's not short of an audience. They also let you live stream. I mean, I've got an account on BitChute, but they don't live stream at the moment. And one thing BitChute do though that is really good, if you are trying to reach an audience and you've got a YouTube channel, set up a BitChute channel, link your YouTube account to it, and it will automatically upload your videos. It maybe takes a day or two, but yeah, I kind of forgot that I linked my channel, and I remember I went on my BitChute channel after about 6 months and suddenly saw these recent videos and couldn't work out how, I couldn't remember uploading them, but yeah, it does it automatically. Roger is on BitChute. No, Rosie, just to confirm, Rumble does not have an app, no. TikTok does. Well, unless I'm wrong about that, of course. They may have an app. Apologies for the background audio if that's interfering with tonight, with you hearing me. I'll show you some of the... Yeah, I'm not able to put links in the live chat, in the description anymore. So, whilst you're here, on YouTube, I'm not allowed to put links in the description. However, I can put them over on Tumble. Yeah, So I used to put links to all the other places you could find me in the live chat. Doesn't happen anymore. But I can still put them in the live chat. So let me share a link now quickly. Right, my channels. I'll bring up the display just a second. Right. Yeah, Obby Lines is the name of this channel, although my actual profile, it's a bit confusing. If I go to my content, yeah, they section it out. Apparently all the videos across all the different channels all goes into one place on your profile. So yeah, it's best uploading to a channel. If you want to find my channel, right. Okay, I'll put a link to it now in the live chat in case anyone wants to follow me over there. Of course, YouTube will probably take your channel down if you happen to... if they think you're breaking their terms and conditions by trying to get people to go elsewhere. Roger's going to try and download Rumble. I don't think they've got an app. I don't know, I might have said that once or twice already. But no, I'm not meaning to be rude. They might have an app. TTBOMK. Does anyone know what that means? They do not have an app. Rumble, no app on Rumble. Let's look in the Play Store, why not? Let's confirm this. Right, I can also take you to... yeah, TTBOMK. First answer gets, I don't know, gets a round of applause, and I'll turn my camera on. Right, where else? My BitChute is the other place, and yeah, that's a point. If you go on to one of me Rumble vids, all the links are here, just like they used to be on YouTube, until I did something that they didn't like, and then they took away my ability to leave links. But again, all this is just the same as what I uploaded to YouTube, so there's nothing that different. But if you do have a BitChute account, I don't know if BitChute have a app. We'll have a look for all that stuff in a sec. Thank you, Roger, for hitting it. BitChute. The only thing with BitChute, they put adverts in front of all the videos now. So they're blatantly advertising in front of my stuff. I'll show you an example of it. Right, try and play the ad. And it gives me this mosquito video. So if I go to my settings and try and monetize myself, let's see, manage adverts. Advertising is currently disabled on your account. No, it isn't. You're advertising at the start of my videos. What's that all about? We're currently trialing the functionality with a handful of creators. This is so out of date because they advertise on every channel, but give the content creators nothing. So that's my problem with BitChute. But again, what other links do we have in here? 153 News, Jason Boss's website. If you wanna find me over there, I don't upload so much there because I do remember him saying it was a place for people to upload content that's been banned by YouTube. So I would only put stuff up there that gets removed by Tube. Although, yeah, it's not that I don't want to use the... It's not that I don't want to use them, it's just that I don't want to use up 153 News' bandwidth with... or sorry, their storage with videos that people can find elsewhere. 153 News. Okay. Where else are we? Yeah, there's plenty of places you can find me. I'm not going to bore everyone. Right, anywhere more interesting than that. If you use Amazon, sorry, if you've got a Kindle and you want to check out my ebook that was called Unreasonable Requests from Frontline Hero to Allegedly Infectious Zero, it's only 77p. I think that's $1. However, before you don't necessarily rush out to buy that, because I did put a version, an audiobook version that you can watch for free. You don't have to buy it. If you want to read it on Amazon, then it's 77p. But if you just want to hear the story without, then you can find it on 153 News. It's my account of being what I considered unfairly dismissed by my employer because I wouldn't let them stick plastic probes up my nose. Flat out refused. I wouldn't even pretend to do it. And it meant I was dismissed. And yeah, that book, this account, this story is how I got through it. Yeah, so I am going to leave a link just in case anyone wants to check it out. Not something I can do anymore, but search Amazon for Unreasonable Request ebook, you'll find it. Unreasonable Request. It's about 25 pages, I think. It's not that long. It's not like a novel or anything, but what do you expect for 77p, hey? 4 different chapters. I originally released them as 4 blog posts, 1 a month, and a regular viewer, Mudlark, Digging Up the Thames, who still comments on my videos now, and I'm very grateful to have them as a loyal viewer. Said, why don't you release it as a Kindle? Release it on Kindle, so yeah, that's what I did. I believe it's got into double figures now, the sales, but yeah, the amount of people that watch my vids are probably roughly the amount of people that have read this book. Well, but I'm not doing it to make dosh, I'm doing it to share my story. As I say, if I would charge more than the minimum, 77p, that's the lowest you can charge on Amazon. And I wouldn't make it available as a free audiobook on 153 News. Right. Okay, yeah, this has turned into a bit of shameless self-promotion here, but yeah, I'm even on TikTok. TikTok is a platform for those with a short attention span. I have said the last thing a channel wants is a audience with a short attention span. Yeah, I've not some of the vids up here have done all right. Only one where the numbers have actually gone above 1,000, and that was one I did about Peter Andre. Anyway, yeah, it's not difficult to find me. Right. Anyone use Instagram? I'm there as well, but I go by the name Zines Bobby. Roger said you had to start an account and that YouTube love people. They love their own people, that's for sure. There's one person, if you start a new channel on YouTube, there is, I only follow 2 accounts on TikTok, that's how much I use it. It was Nathan Oakley and Russian Vids are the only 2 people, I think, I'm not sure. But again, TikTok doesn't really work on through a web browser. Okay, last place is Instagram. And what I do on Instagram is I put up square versions of thumbnails. I haven't done it for the last couple of videos, but if you want to see the artwork that I use on these videos, then here is the place to find it. Although, yeah, and Also, anything that I might put up as a community post on YouTube. Yeah, this is Elon Musk's son. Does anyone else see what I'm complaining about here? Just curious. This boy's knee bends at the wrong place. There's no way. I don't know. It bends at the shin. Maybe it's going straight up here and then halfway up the shin it just bends forward. That doesn't look right to me. His foot doesn't look right either. Yeah, if you're familiar with my stuff, then you'll know that I do sometimes kind of question things. One of the recent videos I did, where was it? I talked about all the red, seeing red, that was it. I mentioned how a lot of big news stories seems to be the people are all wearing the same colours. I believe it's colour coding. And another story has come up. Apparently, in Afrasay, a knife attacker stabs multiple people on live stream in Germany city as armed police rush to the scene. I think someone did this on Facebook. By the way, did anyone work out what AFA... Sorry. Was it AFA? No, I can't even remember what the set of letters were now. I'm sure it was as far as I know. AFAIK. Yeah, that was it. AFAIK. As far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know. Okay. Right. I'm getting very sidetracked. After about an hour, I do start rambling and not making much sense anymore, so I'll probably bring the stream to an end shortly. I just want to show you the video I made about seeing red. It's about this supposed video of a kid in... where was he? Somewhere in the United States of America robbing a Apple store. Michael Jackson, by the way, the colour Michael Jackson's wearing, that's just coincidence, I'm sure. Also, we looked at... Well, there's more videos than that, surely. Yeah, the Piano Man. There was one I made about where a guy had a big argument. Yeah, there's a YouTuber, or he uploads to YouTube, he films himself playing the piano in a train station somewhere, and I point out that all the interactions, people are always wearing the same colour. Yeah, this... So if you haven't seen it, it's called... Watch the video about seeing red. It was about 3 weeks ago, I think I must have uploaded it. Right, what happened in Germany on a live stream? I hope this guy got more views. Perhaps he got so annoyed at not being able to get anyone watch his streams that... Right, multiple people have been injured after a knife man apparently stabbed members of the public in a live... Apparently. I mean, there's no apparently about it, surely. Are you reporting this as fact, or is this just how it appeared? Surely they've got... Okay, they often use the word apparently, or allegedly, or they use inverted commas. Are you not confident enough that this is a genuine story to actually make the claim? The assailant, wearing a green t-shirt under a black tracksuit, was caught on video. He wasn't caught on video, was he? I thought he was filming himself. Maybe not. Attacking workers outside a campaign tent for German anti-Islamist campaign group BPE. The live-streamed footage was uploaded by 59-year-old hard-right German activist Michael Sturzenberger. I wonder what... I do love the numerology calculator so much that every so often, just impromptuly, I just like to get it out and enter a name or something and see what comes up. 4567 doesn't necessarily mean a lot. This guy, talk about dropping yourself in it. If you were going to, I don't know, when it gets political, perhaps people want to get caught and go to prison. If you were going to knife someone, you wouldn't do it in front of a camera, would you? And what's he done? Put it on a tripod? Who's filming this? Maybe there were a couple of them. Okay, let's not jump the gun. Yeah, by the way, look what colour he's got on. Look at that red strip. I think it's his bag he's got. Although, talking about red, you will notice a distinct lack of it in a minute if we read on. Right, the video began with 12 minutes of peaceful recording, but as workers began setting up placards, the footage descends into chaos. This is the sort of thing, if someone, say Jason's channel, for example, Jason's platform 153 News, if someone uploaded that video to his platform, he could have it removed like that. They use this sort of footage to shut down places like, like 153 News. It's very unfortunate. Right, after attacking and tussling with members of staff, 2 more workers and another person waded in to apprehend the attacker. After evading efforts to restrain him, the man was seen rampaging through Marktplatz with a bloodied knife in his hand, rushing towards and stabbing members of the public, including a police officer. In the shocking footage, the knife man can also be seen apparently stabbing a police officer in the back of his neck. Sounds horrible, doesn't it? How staged is this? Come on. Are we buying this? This person just... Yeah, I'm guessing it was another member of the extremist party. Because what this footage reminds me of is when... Sorry, what this picture reminds me of were... Let's say the London Borough Market. I'm not sure this is on... London Borough Market attack. You had another... Yeah, you had just members of the public on that one getting pictures of the... Hang on, was it Borough Market or was it another one? Yeah, someone with a camera, rather than help or run away. It wasn't Borough Market, I'm sure it was. Yeah, here for example, supposedly this well-known photographer was on hand to watch police take down a terrorist. All looks very staged, by the way. This is London Bridge. What colour are we seeing? Red hat, red jumper, red car in the background, and red yellow lines along the road. Yeah, this might have to be a subject for another day. But... oh, what a coincidence. Someone happened to be wearing... Yeah, one of the people helping the injured in this shot here. I don't know why it doesn't let us see the picture. They've got the red on, of course. What else would you expect? Huh. There she is. Yeah, during all this chaos and panic where the police are keeping shoppers at bay, a woman in a red jacket tends to someone that's probably been a victim. Right. When we're covering subjects like this, you'll probably realise why I don't want to show my face, you know. However, sometimes Jeff says the police don't push stretchers around. No, you're absolutely right. They don't. Members of the public do, though. You'd be surprised how much. And Roger's got me on TikTok. To be honest with you, Roger, I don't upload a huge amount to TikTok anymore. I do with my cats. I've got a cat channel. But, yeah, I will... Yeah, the reason I haven't, actually, is because I've got the app. I finally caved in and got the TikTok app and wasn't able to sign into it using my... I still call it Bobby Zines. That's just a channel name, just like Obby Lines is a channel name. My real name is, of course, Chris. But people tend to call me after my YouTube channel name, Obby or Bobby, which is my old one. So, yeah, call me what you like. Okay, I think we're gonna start wrapping up, because I've been going way over an hour and haven't even realised. Yeah, Rosie, you're over on Rumble. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. Thank you. Apologies if I haven't seen it. Right, what a great way of obscuring my face, actually, by putting it beneath the live chat. And also making it purple, and making the camera so poorly zoomed in. There. Good luck working out what I look like. Yeah, it's never been about self-promotion for me, YouTube. In terms of people knowing who I am, I've never been too fussed about that. The only picture I ever put up on my YouTube channel of myself... Wow, I've zoomed out too much now. The only picture I've ever put up of myself is... Let me find it. Right, hang on. Was this one. Getting there, that's all I can say at the minute. Yeah, it was the only time I ever put on a face mask during all of BS19. Do you remember all that rubbish? Well, I caught the train. Oh, Roger's lost your audio. Should still be working, I hope. Let me have a look. Seems to be working alright on YouTube. Hopefully it's still audible. Rosie still hears me. I'm brilliant. Thanks for letting me know, Roger. I do appreciate feedback. My problem is that I don't keep a close enough eye on the live chat. Sometimes I'll miss things like that. So if I have missed anyone tonight, my apologies. And Rosie uses numerology itself. Yeah, I'm always looking for those dual numbers. Right, the only time I ever caved in on a train, or anywhere actually for that matter, I remember visiting my mother in hospital. Refused to put... This was in 22 or 21, when everyone was wearing them. I think they'd tried, lifting lockdown. People weren't either... Everyone was wearing masks everywhere they want. I absolutely flat out refused. The only time I ever put one on, let me show you the mask I found. It was a giraffe mask, and I was asked on the train, would you someone said to me, haven't you got a mask? And I said, well, yeah, I've got one, but I don't cover my mouth. And I think he thought I was joking or being an idiot, so I thought, stuff it. I'd seen a advert saying any mask will do. I was like, well, I'll test you on that. I couldn't even wear this for 2 minutes on the train, partly because it was a kid's giraffe mask, and I don't know if you can see, the eyes don't line up. So if I had that a little bit bigger, maybe I could have worn that, but there was no way, absolutely no way, I was depriving myself of oxygen. I do understand people... Yeah, I took a lot of crap, though, for not doing it. Roger is mentioning Flatzoid. Is he in the live chat? If he is, then yeah, welcome, but I'm not seeing his name. Hopefully I haven't missed anyone. Yeah, Rosie, thank you ever so much. I'm going to leave a reply if you're watching over on Rumble. You're the first person to comment in the live chat on Rumble, so thanks for joining us, Yada. By the way, do you upload content? If you do, I'll let's bring up both live chats now, that also video capture device. Now that we've got both chats being populated, I'm curious to know if Yes, you do. Some videos of Jupiter. For that reason, we'll go back over and I will show you Rosie's channel. And I'll also subscribe to it. Oh no, I'm already following you actually, Yada. So on some level, I must have seen you on here before. In fact, you're already subscribed, aren't you? You're one of my 2 or 3 subscribers. So yeah, thank you. I'm going to put a link to this in the live chat. Unfortunately, I cannot do it in the description anymore. But that's just how it is. I gotta say, I was in Bath a couple of weeks ago, walking along the river, and everyone was surrounded a park. Like hundreds of people were watching this helicopter, I think it might have been an ambulance, and they were watching it take off. Now my hearing's really bad. I struggle with oh, this reminds me of another video I put out about helicopters actually. Right, I'll put a link to your channel. Sorry if I haven't. Did I do that? No, I haven't. I will though. Right, Yada's channel, we'll say. No, Rosie's channel. I'll put it in YouTube as that's a little more populated. Rosie Chica. Yeah, check out Rosie's channel. Yeah, Rosie mentioning... Let me just bring up a very old video of mine that I did years ago, and it isn't there either. Right. Thanks if you're still with us tonight. We are going to be wrapping up soon, actually. Haven't done a live stream that's gone on for a few hours for a long time. So it's been good to keep blabbering basically. Yeah, live streaming on your own is quite tough because it is literally just you talking. If you're not talking, you've got dead air unless you're watching a video. Now, Rosie, yeah, of course, talk about making it all about myself. Rosie shows us, we watch a video on their channel and I immediately bring it back to my channel. It just reminded me of this particular video where we looked at the footage. If you're not in the United Kingdom, you might not remember this story. Even if you are, it could be, it could be an old one. I'll look at that back when my videos used to get 700 views. The good old days. Right. Yeah. Leicester City, a football club, they out of the blue won the league. I say it was a fix, but you'll have to make your own mind up on that. They show footage of the helicopter leaving, and I pointed out how different it looks from any other images of helicopters leaving. I mean, it looks fair enough here. It's once it disappears, it starts looking very suspect. This is supposedly minutes before the owner of Leicester City, a club who, it's about to fly out of control and get taken away with the wind, and I'm suggesting it is probably created in... See, look at that. Look at what a terrible image this is of a helicopter. But helicopters, as we can see from Rosie Chica's video, looks absolutely nothing like that. In fact, in this video, we do look at another helicopter going at... Hang on, where is it? I thought we did anyway. Here we go. This is a real helicopter taking off. I'm guessing this isn't your... And also watching Rosie's video. Okay, I think I've emphasised that point now. Yeah, this was back when I was fairly new at YouTube and people still watched my stuff. Right, if I don't stop now, I'm going to do something like... make a mistake, probably. So... also, my mouth's getting dry. Right, my huge thanks and appreciation to the following people. Yada Yahuwah on Rumble. And there's a few more names on YouTube. We've got Rosie Chicker, same person. Jeff Gashead. Roger Ledwell. Lie to Me, if you're still with us. Li3. Rob Mule. And if I've missed anyone, I probably haven't. I hope I haven't anyway. But yeah, if I haven't mentioned your name yet, you've still got a few minutes to get yourself mentioned on the channel. And if anyone... oh, Roger says I don't mind buying books. If you're referring to original... yeah, paper books, absolutely 100% agree. It's a lot nicer holding a real book and feeling yourself thumbing through the pages and, you know, working your way through a good story. It's not the same on digital devices, I agree. Jeff mentions people still wearing face nappies. Yeah, unfortunately, you're absolutely right. Yeah, as I did say, I never gave in. I never put one on. There was a few high-pressure situations where I thought I would be forced to, but put my hands together, looked up to God and just said, please, God, help me get through this. And yeah, he made it an absolute breeze. As I said, going into hospitals, visiting sick people, every single person that... I had police officers. I'm sure I'm not the only one. If anyone else refused to put them on, I'm sure we all came under very similar pressure. Like, I had police leaning over me on a train once, and I just told them, got an exemption, and they left me to it. But I did hear about someone's mother, an older person. I think they were in probably 80s or something, maybe older, and they were out with their daughter, who themselves were probably in their 60s, and it sounded like a man or someone in a supermarket really tried to force them to put face one on. And it wasn't the experience I got. Maybe because I'm not a frail elderly woman, people are less likely to try and, you know, push, you know, order me, as it were. But having said that, I've known people you might consider elderly women in their 80s who will not take crap. You know, they would. This same person wouldn't be intimidated, wouldn't be forced. Right. Rosie's mentioning sending their dog to the moon. Good idea, Rosie. I hope it comes back safe and well after that one. Yeah. Roger mentions people still thinking the Indian moon landing. What a joke that is, considering how well special effects are. I think for a lot of people, something like the moon landing, it's not so much the quality of the videos that convince them. What convinces them that the moon landing couldn't possibly be fake, any of them, whether it's India's, China's, United States of America, the characters from that kids program Button Moon. What stops a lot of people from just seeing the obvious is that they cannot accept they could be fooled that badly. they believe they're switched on, you know, they've got A-levels, they've been to universities, they've got, you know, high-profile jobs. No way could they be tricked by something like that. And to accept that something as blatant as India landing on the moon isn't legit is just too much for them. It's that is what they struggle with. So, yeah, India can make their footage as terrible as they want. It's too big a leap for many people now to accept. You know, accepting the unacceptable is more acceptable than accepting you've been lied to, apparently. Unfortunately, that is the thought I'm leaving you with this evening. Yeah, great to see you guys still in the chat. Lied to me. As I say, I'm pretty sure it's the first time I've seen your name in the chat. Apologies if you have taken part and I've missed it before. So, yes, same as I say to everyone that tunes in, thank you ever so much for being with us. I do have a few other names that I like to show my appreciation to. These are people that have... They used to click the links that I left in the description and found ways to show support. So yeah, thanks to them. That option's not really with us anymore because, as I say, I can't leave links in the description, but never mind, I'll get over it. And yeah, there's a lot of very easy ways of supporting this channel. Another way, besides not clicking the links anymore, would be to hit the thumb up button before we leave. I'm sure I've got a little animation. Where's my thumb up button? No, that's not it. I'm confident I brought it over. Just means I might have to go over to here. Here we go. Liking the show. If you want to do that, massively appreciated. Okay. I'm gonna wish everyone a wonderful weekend. Sabbath day starts at sundown tomorrow. Give yourself a day of rest. You really do deserve it. Thanks, Lie to Me, for hitting it, and for anyone else. But to be honest, yeah, coming in, being part of the live chat is as big a compliment as hitting the like button. Thank you, Rosie, and yeah, no doubt I will see you in Jason Boss's live channel on the Yahweh and the Torah channel. He does a reading each Sabbath day of the laws, statutes, and commands. Yeah, I'm a fan of his channel. I should really leave a link to it as we've mentioned it a bit. Oh, what's going on YouTube? Right, the final link I will leave is to Jason Boss's channel then, because yeah, he's done a lot of great stuff. He does do a lot of stuff that is worthy of checking out, in my opinion. Right. Okay, yeah, the last little promo then will be for Jason, unless, of course, anyone in the chat thinks, oh, why don't you mention my channel or someone else's channel? This is one that, yeah, Jason does a live chat on a Saturday afternoon. He is still in Argentina. Sorry, is it Panama, I believe it is. And yeah, it looks like he's escaped he's living with the realities of living in the jungle by the sounds of it. And as appealing as that must be, getting away from mask wearers, let's say. People that try and force you to put masks on. What a bunch. as appealing as it is to getting away from people like that, of course you're dealing with lots of bugs and whatnot. Okay. It will be, yeah, I'm going to be back Sunday. If not, I'll definitely be on Tumble. I might try and stream on both. We'll see how it works out. I hope you can join us then. I'm going to try and make it more of a, it's called The Second Sign, this show. We've actually got a little outro video that we can play. So I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to thank you for tuning in. Wish you a great Sabbath day and a wonderful weekend, and hope to see you all, God willing, after. Okay, over and out. Good night.